We all saw the response from the left when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And, and I'll probably talk more about this on the Graham Allen show today because Russell Brand made a really, really shocking video announcement yesterday. And I want to talk about that, but I want to talk about why I think he's doing it. And it's kind of the same thing that we're all feeling. But I'm going to save that for the Graham Allen show at 1 p.m. Eastern time today. But we all saw the reactions to Charlie. The horrible, disgusting reactions. And it showed all of us that do this type of work, that are in this type of world, it showed us that these people would celebrate us dying as well. Even to the point, even in my own subdivision, there were people that if they weren't flat out celebrating Charlie Kirk, they basically were like, well, I mean, what do you expect? He's a terrible human being, right? So, and again, same thing. People argue like, that's not the same. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Same thing.
Same thing.
If your argument is, well, he's a piece of crap anyway, so, what does it matter? And it shocked us in a whole new way. Like we knew that the people in the higher ups were evil. I think it shocked even us to see how many normal everyday Americans were just truly evil and they just truly hate us.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody put something out and they said, they don't call you a Nazi because you are a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you because you're supposed to be a Nazi. Like, and that's what they do. And we saw that on a real thing for a non-political figure that was Charlie Kirk. And now we've got Jay Jones. And let's go ahead and go to it now, Todd. Now we've got Jay Jones. Go up just a little bit for me here. Jay Jones is a Democrat Attorney General nominee in Virginia. Virginia, you got to get on. You got to get on it, man. Virginia, you got to get on it. He reportedly sent text messages. I mean, he didn't reportedly. Here they are, where he fantasized about shooting former House Speaker Todd Gilbert in leaked text messages. Todd, can we pull those messages up? All right, you're gonna have to read them because I can't see them.
Yeah, you weren't simply asking questions and you know it. I genuinely was. I wasn't attacking you. I was trying to understand your logic. You weren't trying to understand. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. Yes, I've told you this before. Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. Dude, yeah, this is so bad. There isn't. I point blank asked you more than 3 times and you dug in that. You meant it. I'm honestly asking, I'm questioning a lot today. I mean, I do think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they're breeding little fascists, yes. Then say nice things about everyone. If those guys die before me, I will go to the funerals to piss on their graves, send them out awash in something. Jay Jones, 3 people, 2 bullets, Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head, spoiler. Put Gilbert in the crew with the 2 worst people you know, and he receives both bullets every time. Jay, please stop. LOL, okay. It really bothers me when you talk about hurting people or wishing death on them. I'm like, man, dude.
All right, so there you go. Stuff. Now go back to the picture of him. And here's the thing. If this was anyone else.
Oh, he'd be cooked. He'd be cooked.
If this was a Republican, they would be done. Okay? And if he was white.
Yeah, bro, if it was you texting me about Jasmine Crockett to me, your career would be over. I'd be over.
Done. And rightfully so.
Yes.
Right? Rightfully so. But here's the thing. Like, Dear America, we were the ones during the midterms in 2022 that busted out the freaking prostitute that was running.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not one person called for her to step out. Nothing. She didn't step out. She didn't win, thankfully, but she didn't step out of the race. And now you've got this guy who fantasized and was very serious about a family and the wife who had nothing to do with it and the children who had nothing to do with anything being murdered.
Why?
And that he would do it.
Yeah, why? Because he doesn't agree with them. Like, man.
Yeah, and so you would think surely Surely the Democratic Party, as crazy as they are, surely they would condemn these actions. Surely they would say, hey.
Those are the kids he wants dead, by the way.
Yeah, blonde-haired kids, blonde-haired white kids. As racist as you can be. I mean, it is. It's pure racism. As racist as you can get. And there it is. Mm-hmm. But, again, like I said, you would think that the Democratic Party, they would reject this. Nope. However, the Virginia Beach Democrats issue a statement which reaffirms its full support of Jay Jones for Attorney General. Todd, can you read that?
Yeah, the Virginia Beach Democrat Committee reaffirms its full support of Jay Jones for Attorney General. We are lined up 10 toes down, ready to organize, mobilize, and deliver voters for Jay and our entire Democrat ticket. Recent press may have spotlighted past mistakes. We say let those without sin cast the first stone.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jay Jones is taking responsibility, apologized.
I hate
I can't.
all of them.
I don't even want to read anymore.
I hate all of them. All of them.
It's always out of context.
I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Graham, you're a Christian. You're not supposed to. They're evil.
They're evil.
I hate the evil that dwells within them because they are demonic, evil, soulless, blood-sucking, life force-ending vampires. Every single one of them. I can't stand them. Let he without sin cast the first stone has become the calling card for degenerates.
Oh, it is. But guess what? Yes, the Lord can forgive you, but you should still incur human consequence for your actions.
It's the butterfly tramp stamp for Girls Gone Wild for Democrats today. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm serious. Just clip that, media. I said it. I said it. Every single girl in Girls Gone Wild had a tramp stamp. You know it's true. Every single evil Democrat goes, he without sin cast the first stone. Oh, God help me. I can't. I'm going to say something I can't take back.
My man went with the butterfly tramp stamp. Oh, girls.
Dude, I can't help what comes out of the brain. Okay?
How do you know, Graham?
It's a Rolodex. It's a Rolodex. Hey, man. I don't support it, but I was alone 19 years old in Iraq once upon a time, and I don't condone these things. I've been open about this. Don't do it, but still. Who's that comedian? He's like, I like to watch Girls Gone Wild backwards because it's like the girls learn their lesson, and they repented. Anyway, moving on. Back to the seriousness of this, okay? Todd, straighten up. All right, here we go. Tired of your foolishness.
Sorry.
All right. This is who we're dealing with. It's pure evil. Okay? And you know it's evil because they try to use Bible verses to justify their own evil.
Exactly.
Has this guy apologized for any of this?
No, probably
not. Has he said, you know what?
I guarantee you this was taken out of context. I guarantee you he said it.
Yeah, somebody just said Iraqi down. Anyway, moving on.
Well,
if you've read my first book, you know what headphones mean. And we'll go from there. All right. I was very honest in that book. All right.
Oh, Lord.
And for those of you that are highly confused, you should probably buy the first book and you won't be confused on what headphones means.
Nope.
Anyway, back to it. Let's go to New York Post is next. Yeah, New York Post. Here we go. New York Post, Dems shamelessly back Virginia AG nominee Jay Jones despite violent text about Republicans as Abigail Spanberger refuses. Well, first of all, your name's Spanberger.
Yeah, for real.
And look at the blonde-haired white lady that refuses to condemn the hateful, murderous rhetoric of this guy, Jay Jones, against other blonde-haired white kids.
Yeah, why not?
We as the whites should learn. I mean, if we can rewind the clock 5 years ago, we all were supposed to be re-educated on our white privilege. And I remember people like AOC when they were burning down cities and looting Jordans and all this other kind of stuff and killing other black people simply for wanting to stop them from burning down their store. AOC was like, well, what do you expect people to do?
They're
What do
just
you
trying to
expect
get
people do?
groceries.
They're just trying to live.
Yeah.
They
Plenty
need
of,
those Jordan 5s. They need them.
Plenty of Tostino's pizzas and,
They
Foot
need
Locker.
'em.
Yeah, and Foot Locker. Plenty.
All right, let's go to Sarah Huckabee Sanders has some common sense to say about all of this. Let's see. Someone who says they want to put a bullet in the head of their political opponents and wishes death on their children isn't qualified to be dog catcher, let alone a state's top law enforcement officer. Absolutely disgusting. It's time for Jay Jones to drop out. Again, I say, how can the Dems back this person? How can they? How can they? And here's the thing: they're not even remotely considering
Not at all.
backing out from this guy
Not
because
at all.
they are the party of murder. This is Glenn Youngkin, the current governor of Virginia. Virginia, the Commonwealth. You guys got to change this crap you got where governors can only serve one term in Virginia. It's crazy. You got a great one in Glenn Youngkin, but no.
Nope.
This violent, disgusting rhetoric targeted an elected official and his children is beyond disgusting. Jay Jones said that, quote, Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head and then hoped his children would die. Read those words again. There is no, quote, gosh, I'm sorry here. Jones doesn't have the morality or character to drop out of this race, and his running mate, Abigail Spanberger, Ghazala Hashimi,
Okay,
gosh,
here we go.
and every elected Democrat in Virginia don't have the courage to call him to step away from this campaign in disgrace. Because deep down, here's why. As I'm sniffling to death, here's why. Zoom in on me, Todd. Here we go. Here's why. The reason they don't ask him to step down is the same reason we don't back away from Donald Trump when you attack him. Because they believe it. And they believe that all of that, if any of it happens to any of us, that it's warranted.
Yep.
That's why. They believe it. They believe it so deep within their soul because that's how evil they are. They believe that every single one of us MAGA, white, Christian, nationalist Nazis deserve a bullet, and our children do as well. See, over the past 3 weeks, I've tried. And I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried. We're coming up on a month since Charlie was assassinated, and I've tried. I have tried to figure out, what's the next step? How do we do this? How do we do that? And here's what I know. I have never been more certain that it is us against them than I have in my entire life. These people either want us dead, would celebrate if we died, or say good riddance. And those are the 3 options. That's it. That's the truth, and that's where we are. The left hates you, they hate your spouse, they hate your children, and they want to eradicate you, not from politics, not from office, not from the churches, from this planet. The end. They hate you. They hate you. All right, ABC News. Let's go to that. Here we go. They actually grill him about this, so let's hear what he has to say.
I can't wait for this.
Because I can't wait for this banger. Let's just go down. Here we go. 21 seconds. So he must have had a lot to say, apparently.
A lot of politics is about trust. I can think of nothing more horrific than a mother having to hold her dying child. How can Virginians trust a man who said something so horrific, so callously?
Well, again, I am so deeply, deeply sorry for what I said. And I wish that it hadn't happened, and I would take it back if I could.
Man, that's Yeah, whatever, dude. Like they have us in an infinite loop because freedom of speech, and then they keep blaming the guns. It's just an infinite loop. They can say what they want and then blame the guns. Say what they want and blame the guns because to them, mental illness doesn't exist unless you're MAGA. Like it doesn't exist.
And I also want people to understand something. So, what is? Hang on. He's running for Attorney General, or is he running for? Okay,
Attorney General.
Virginia. Go with me here 1 second. Okay, Virginia Attorney General makes $150,000 a year before taxes. Okay. That's not a lot of money. Just not, especially before taxes. And he's serving in a elected position, so he can't go out and make a whole lot of other money. So here's the thing. Why is he staying in? You know, if he truly was sorry, he would step out respectfully and be like, hey, I obviously got some things I got to work on. I obviously do not have the temperament to be the attorney general.
Yeah.
The chief lawyer for the state of Virginia. But why would you stay in for a job that pays you $150,000 before taxes? It's because you're corrupt and you know that if you can get your foot in the door, you have unlimited power in that regard. That's why. That's what all this is about, because they do not care about any of us. They do not care about you. The end. The Democrats are the party of evil. All right.